Hello guys, it's been a while. Today I think I'm gonna be doing or showing off Starscape again. It's been a while since I've actually made a video on this. I've been pretty active the last month. I joined a faction, so that was pretty cool. I'm thinking about bringing this game back. Probably mostly after wipe, which is supposed to be 1 month, but they've delayed it, so it might be delayed again. This is the new Citadel, and I've gotten quite progress, so I'm not going to be just starting from the beginning. I think I'll start a few basic tutorials to get people, actually like interested and actually know how to do stuff, because there's a few things I need to explain. Let's head on over to the marketplace. This is the marketplace. There's several things here. I'll cover it in the tutorial, but a few tips for beginners. Number one, you see these turrets right here? Those only work on corvettes. Corvettes are not these. They're pretty expensive and they're mostly late game items. Frigates are coming out soon and turrets will be able to be put on frigates too. There are different classes of ships. There are fighters, which are a bit more tanky and slower, but they typically have a higher DPS. There are haulers that haul cargo or spice between different places. You can haul cargo for missions, which I'll get into in a different video. There are interceptors. These ships are quite fast and have low hull and low shield, but they can still pack a punch. Then we have mining ships, the Marlin and Otter classes. Which collect ore at a good rate. Because yes, you can get some ore in these, but the ratio is so terrible. Just get one of these. And then there's a vendor class ship. There's only one, the Fargo, which can be upgraded to max to Yuma Mark II, which lets you sell to other players. Don't take these into unsecure systems. These are upgrades. There are multiple types of upgrades. Ability upgrades, focus upgrades, and rig upgrades. These all do different things, but I'll get to that in a different video. Also, there are targeters, but I don't typically use these. Now, there are personal weapons. There's explosive, which is basically, your average grenade. Poison, which is like a smoke cloud, but it slowly kills you. There's smoke, which is smoke cloud to block visibility. There's pistol, which is a sidearm. It's another one. This is a rifle along with this. All of these are infantry weapons and only can be used in unsecure stations. There's also these armors, which are used to help protect you during combat. There's also shirts and stuff that you can wear. I'm wearing some right now, actually. So yeah. Okay, deployables. These include warp disruptors, space mimes, and scanning probe. The warp disruptor is pretty obvious. It stops you from warping in a field. Space mine, also relatively obvious. They blow up if you get in a proximity to them. Scanning probes, on the other hand, they're slightly different. They're useful for mining and drone hunting. For mining, you're going to want to go out into an unsecure system or a wild system, but you're going to probably want to start in unsecure. Actually, when you're starting out, you might want to mine and secure until you have a good ship. And then you deploy these, and then they send you to ore deposits, which have more valuable ores, like superior and pristine ores. Superior and pristine class of ores give more, like superior gives 3, pristine gives you 4, except for the exception of Axnet, which pristine only gives you 2. Narcor and Red Narcor are excluded from the pristine and superior categories. Once you deploy a scanning probe, you'll warp to anomalies. These have the drones and the mentioned asteroid patches. You're gonna try to look for a drone patch. An asteroid patch, because drone patches in your is only really mostly useful for if you're hunting drones. That covers about it in the marketplace. Okay, the cloning bay. You'll probably start out here, and you can customize the character here. Observatory. Not really much. There's an observatory up there where you can look around the Citadel. It's pretty cool. I like this game's prettiness too. Someone's firing on that Yuma over there with... How many Stratuses is that? I'm not gonna even bother counting. Medical facility. This is only really used to heal yourself up. You can naturally heal yourself up to 80 health, but not anything past that point. And then once you're just in here, you just want to stand around here, and then you'll slowly gain health. Okay, let's go on to the lower level. This is the Corsac field office. This is where you can start Corsac missions and go to the terminal. You can turn in items here, or buy items if you have the thing, like the reputation. This is, you can get missions here. I've already completed some of my missions with these various people. And that lets you get Corsac rep and actually some currency. Now, this is a storage terminal. I should have covered it up there, but you can put things in storage. I have random miscellaneous components in here. But you can put your stuff in there, and even if you die, you won't lose that stuff. Okay, refinery. The refinery lets you refine ores. Pretty self-explanatory. There are multiple types of ores, but I'll get that into probably later. Okay, manufacturing. Manufacturing lets you build things like better ships, better armor, better upgrades and turrets and whatnot. It's also where you create corvettes, which include the Dolphin, the Edict, the Knife Jaw, the Liberty, and the Ozark. Oh, and of course the Radix. If you're gonna get a corvette, I recommend going for the Ozark first, because that's the mining corvette, and once you have the mining corvette, it's relatively easy to get the other ones. The Liberty, the Knife Jaw, and the Edict all require a blueprint, which you can get from their respective factions. Actually, that's a great point. I need to cover factions. There are several factions. I try to keep neutral. I accidentally killed a Sentian fighter, so I'm a bit negative on there. You have the Cavani, the Forkland, the Lucentian, Corsac, Trade Union, and the Syndicate. The station we're on is owned by Corsac. It's called the Citadel. It's their main station. You can see it right here, actually. The Cavani is and the Forkland and the Lucentian are both factions that hate each other. The Syndicate and the Trade Union are kind of against each other, but not. They don't have any warships. This is the galaxy map. Each one of those dots or systems is a server. The green are core systems. For example, there's one in the Cavani, one in the Lucentian, and one in the Forkland. Also one in the Trade Union, and all the way up at the Syndicate. Blue systems are secure systems. Players can't hurt you here. but watch out for drones. Red are unsecure systems. We're gonna find most of your pirates, and we're probably gonna be killed. Fun fact, Gatnsir is a war zone. Look up a video about the Battle of Gatnsir. It's pretty impressive. Now, finally, purple. Purple is called wild. It is where you find rare ore like Recor or red Narcor. It's also where you find more pristine and superior ores. It's also the most dangerous out of all of them, because that's where you're going to find the most drones. Drones are the enemy, like, to everyone, by the way. Okay, let's continue with our units. Okay, the repair bay. The repair bay is pretty simplistic. You can fly your ship in here and get it repaired. Let's continue down to the docking bays. Okay, once you find a docking bay, you're going to want to spawn in your ship. The ship you're going to start out with is called a Stratos. I have quite a few more ships, but you want to start out on your Stratos. Once you walk up to your Stratos, you can hit the button E to get in it. The controls are pretty simple. You can see them on the left part of the screen. W to speed up, S to slow down, A to roll left, D to roll right, Q to shift up, E to shift down. To move around, use your mouse. Now, talk about ship flying. You can hit your primary, which is left click. And if you have some abilities require shift, I think afterburner, and some already just taken into effect. I think afterburner and tractor beam is right click. Well, no, not afterburner. Never mind. Now, quick warp menu. The quick warp menu, you can select one of these. These are neighboring star systems, and these are planets. Not every planet is going to be named in every system. Mostly the core systems are, I think, the only systems that have names for the planets. Or alternatively, you can hover over here and hit E. But it's quite a bit faster to use this. Go up here, and then release. You've now activated your warp. Wait until you reach the planet. You're going to want to warp to Batam first, because that is where you learn how to mine. Mining is pretty simple. If you have a normal ship, like I do, which you won't probably have a model in yet, you're going to want to hold a click and just do that. Actually, let's find a bigger rock. This one will do. You're going to shoot it until a piece of ore pops out. You're going to want to fly into the ore to pick it up. Now, if you hit I and go to assets, you should see a piece of core light ore in your inventory. A normal piece of core light ore refines it into 2. And remember, don't just sell your core light ore by itself. Refine it. You usually get more out of your per. Remember, it is a lot more efficient to use a mining ship, and even more efficient to use a mining corvette. Okay, now we're back to the Citadel. you're gonna want to land here. Okay, now let's head to the refinery to refine your ore that you just collected. Head to the lower level. Find the refinery. Head inside and open the refining tab. Now, refine both of them. Or refine all the ore you have. You get correlate. You can either sell this to someone in the station or to another player. Currently, as basic materials are in high demand, you're probably going to get more money selling it to another player. Now, let's go over all of the materials. Okay, let's look over this. The easiest one to find is coralite. It is a common material, the most common. It is valued at 3 per. The ore, reconite, slightly about almost as common as coralite, a little bit less, is worth 4 per. Gallium, a bit more rare, is worth 5 per. Axonite, pretty rare and in high demand now, we're valued at about 14 per, but remember, player prices are quite higher than the ones that are listed here. Narcor, or very rare, is valued at 20 NPC price, but more like 50 or 60 player price. In red Narcor, even though it only sells at 36, it is the rarest material and goes for about 175 on player markets. These are what their respective ores look like. I don't actually have any red Narcor ore on me, so I can't really show you. Now, actually, let's talk about class upgrades right here. You got upgrades type 4. There's actually type 5, and they're gold, kind of like this drone command module, but I don't have those. You got type 3s. You got type 2s. And you got your basic type 1. There are versions of all of these for every upgrade. The only thing that doesn't have up to 4 or 5 are currently turrets, I think, and ships. Actually, warp disruptors only go up to tier 3, I believe. Based on their tier, the more powerful they are. So like a tier 5 is going to be way more powerful than a tier 1. Only tier 3 can be only up to tier 3 can be manufactured. The other ones have to be found by killing drones. Tier 4s and tier 5s, I think tier 5s only spawn in command, and tier 4s only spawn in elite and above. Okay, that should cover the basic tutorial. See you soon. Bye.